So there's three primary reasons why people are using this extension. One is to collect new leads from a LinkedIn saved search. So in this case, I'm using Sales Navigator. You just have a bunch of filters down the left-hand side here to identify your target prospects, and then you just copy the URL. Simple as that. You click over to the extension, navigate to the Discover tab, you paste in the URL in the top bar here in the top text field. If you are using Hunter.io, you paste in your API key, which you can find on your dashboard in Hunter. And what this allows us to do is actually not only scrape the LinkedIn search results, but actually enrich and find the email addresses for each one of those people. And then lastly, what you can do is go into your Touchmail account. If you are using Touchmail, you'll see in a second why you may want to use this program along with this extension. You go to touchmail.io, create a trial, and then inside one of the sequences, which is essentially just a series of emails separated by a set number of days that you've specified. And these are just templates. I'll show you how you'll be able to personalize those in 1 second. But what you do is you navigate over to the Advanced tab, you grab this key, and this is what you want to paste inside this third text field. So you have that set there, and then simply hit collect. You'll notice here that it's actually going to go through and search for net new leads every single day. So every 24 hours, what happens is in the background, we're going to run that same search and see if we find new people associated to those search filters that you've already specified. So what a lot of people are doing is using multiple saved searches, having different sequences. So you can think like, people that have recently got jobs, and if that's a trigger for your product or service, and you want to reach out and offer some value, insight, what have you, absolutely go ahead and do that. Other people have used a saved search for their existing customers, and they want to know exactly when those people have changed jobs to get an idea of maybe churn reduction. There's endless number of kind of use cases, but you'll see net new leads start automatically landing in your Touchmail sequence, and then without touching anything, that should be enriched. And by enriched, we actually go to the Clearbit API, and that's a little bit irrelevant, but it's basically just finding all of the available social information for these new leads. And why that might be valuable to you is because you can use that social information to further personalize your messaging. So let's say a new lead, Sam, just fell into our sequence here. What you can do is click customize. We have their LinkedIn information, so you see their profile load here, and then you can actually further personalize that template if you were going to send out an email to them. This is all the company related information, so you can see that, and then we actually were able to find their email address automatically for you. So you have all that info. That's kind of step one, what people are using the extension for. Step two would be if you went in here and let's say your goal was actually to message Sam on LinkedIn, and we wanted to send them a personalized connection request and maybe follow up with them. The other option that you have as part of this extension is to click the Connect tab, and then you just paste in URL. You have a customized note here. You can actually use, if you're sending multiple, you can use this variable. It'll show you when there's no information here, but you can just say, hey, Sam, and add the context to the messaging based on the filters that you've just identified. And then if you want, and Sam connects with you, what you can actually do is send a follow-up message after they connect with you based on a certain number of days. The cool thing about this and the unique thing is that we'll actually take into consideration if you've sent them an email, and if you have, we'll look to see whether or not they've replied. So we're going to look in your email, and that's only if you're using Gmail, to be honest. But yeah, we'll actually take into consideration whether or not they have been replied to you, so that you don't look silly by following up with somebody in a LinkedIn message when they've already been in contact with you. So that's kind of the three ways you can use it. Is one, and you can see in the background here, we're just continuously pulling new leads. We're grabbing their email addresses from that saved search in LinkedIn. And lastly, we're importing them into a sequence here, so you can make it really easy to reach out to them in a personalized way. And then if you want, you can use and leverage the LinkedIn platform to message people, build your audience, and start more conversations by following up. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email. My email address is brock, BROC, @touchmail.io. Happy to help you out as much as I can. Thanks so much.